some conversation with Steven and Twan, questioning the whole universe and history of man. Saturday on Sunday, we're gonna make it through. Stay at It's a Saturday on Sunday.
And welcome to Saturday on Sunday. I'm your host, Steven.
And I'm your host, Twan.
And I'm your sound guy, Jake.
What's up, what's up, what's up? Thank you for joining us on this journey.
All of the people that are following us.
Everybody who's already subscribed to us, thank you. We love you guys. You're the best.
The best.
All the people that are sharing our post on social medias, we definitely appreciate that.
We are in the beginning stages of all this, so we might have blunders and a little bit of hiccups and stuff like that, but we're getting quality content out to you now or eventually.
We have the top quality
Eventually.
equipment that we can get right now.
It's all about them monies.
That's what it is. It's all about money. If I was rich right now, you guys, we'd have so many more subscribers.
We'd be working on like a
We'd buy all those bots.
camera setups.
Yeah. But the camera we got now is cool because it shoots in 4K, but we're not shooting in 4K.
I mean,
And it has a 1993 charger.
Yeah, we got Razor chargers.
I mean, we gotta charge them.
Anyways, so, guys,
Oh,
have either of you guys ever went to Lady Jane's to get your haircut?
no.
Never once?
No.
Oh my god, I just went there today, and I got in without an appointment, and, like, I'm used to just getting a haircut, like, some guy manhandling my head, shaving the sides of it, and then throwing me out of his chair so he can put somebody else in it.
Right.
No, dude, Lady Jane's is legit. For $19, they cut my hair, and they gave me this, like, menthol mint scrub and stuff, and they massaged my, like, temples and, like, the back of my head, and then they hot lather shaved the back of my neck. I'm like, dude,
That's legit.
Right.
why am I not doing this all the time? $19?
I mean, I spend $20 on a haircut, and I just get, here, sit. What do you want? It's like, oh, I want this, and then they give me not the haircut that I asked for.
Right, and did you get your head massaged too?
No.
Absolutely not. Like,
No, but they asked me how
wants-
my mom's doing because I've been going to the same barber since I was, in elementary school.
he used to let me sit on his lap sometimes, but
Don't touch me there, Jim.
I mean, I only get my hair cut by women. I mean, when I can help it.
oh man, no, legitly, Lady Jane's, it's the way to go. Like,
Yeah.
I literally, best time of my life. I loved it.
The last time I got my hair cut, I literally did it myself.
Yeah.
Did you? You just like shaved it off?
Just shaved it off.
See, I can't do that. Like, I'm terrified to do that.
Why is that?
I just feel like, I don't know. It's like it'll ruin who I am. Like, my identity will be different.
It's like I've just given up if I shave it all off.
What am I? Britney Spears going
Yes.
through a crisis? Like, I don't think I could do it.
I mean,
That's
for
exactly who I am.
for a good amount of time, I shaved it all off to without any extensions on the clippers and just buzzed it all down.
Just like
real
bald,
short.
bald.
Bald.
Oh man, yeah. Like I don't think I could just like.
Well,
I
I
did it.
wouldn't go razor shave.
I did
I
it
mean,
once.
not
Like I shaved my
razor
head one
shave.
time, and like I just like literally a crisis identity. I was like, who
Yeah.
am I as a person?
I mean, I just had a memory thing show up on Instagram like, hey, from 100 and something weeks ago, I had the exact same haircut Jacob has been rocking with like the buzzed head and long beard. And I'm like, man, I miss that, but don't miss it at all.
Yeah. I don't think
Well-
I. Buzzed head just doesn't. I have an awkwardly shaped head.
Who doesn't?
Like
mean,
I don't know.
feel
Have
like-
you seen like some bald people? Like you look at them, and you're like, you're meant to be bald. Like
Right.
Look, that's way too smooth.
yeah, like
to
that
not
is
be
that's just a
bald.
nice head.
Right.
Like
I mean,
come
I
on
don't,
now.
I don't think I have the right shape for a bald head, but I know it's inevitable.
Yeah, eventually it's
So-
gonna happen.
Like
It's gonna happen.
that's the thing. I'm not going I'm not shaving with a razor or anything. when I shave my head, it's just like I take like the one attachment, shave it off.
Yeah.
I'm not going razor shave. I don't want to
I
shave
still
my
get the
head
fade.
every day.
I still get the fade, like long on top, like faded
Right.
on the sides. Like
That's usually what
pretending that my hairline isn't like going back to the back of my head. Like,
Right.
I could still have hopes and dreams.
I mean,
I do. Why do you think all three of us wear a hat?
Yeah, hat day.
I think like I only think about it whenever like my hair is wet or it's really dirty.
And you can just like see through everything.
See my scalp through my hair. I'm like, that's not a good look.
Yeah.
I
Just,
should
No.
either wash my hair or shave it all
you gotta get that. Have you seen that spray stuff that you can just spray in your hair and like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like makes it look like you have hair?
Hairspray paint?
Yeah, it's like weird,
up. Right.
but it
Like-
looks like awkwardly real.
like I don't want to
Yeah.
spray fiberglass in my hair.
Yeah.
Be like,
Why
it's
not?
really hair. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it and then touch your eyes because that'll be real
It's
bad.
super itchy. Don't do that.
It's like,
Speaking of insulation,
yeah.
I won't say the name of the company that I work for. Some of you guys know. It's a secret to the rest of you.
Yeah.
So I pretty much had a heat stroke the other day. While working, I insulate houses. And I was in the attic, and it was like a 4,000 square foot attic. And I'm up there, and I'm not a rookie to insulating attics. Like, I've done this plenty of times. And I'm up there, and I blow a little bit, I come back out, I take a break, I drink some water, I go back up, do it again, come back out, take a break, and I'm resting. Well, on the third time that I went up there, I just didn't feel right. Like, I was real hot, started to get a headache, but I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
And I was sitting on one of the joists with my back against, like, a wooden beam, and I thought that I was just continuously insulating. But all of a sudden, I opened my eyes, and there was a giant pile of insulation in front of me.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay, well, that's weird, because I don't remember doing that. So, like, I forcibly crawl out of this attic. And I go downstairs, and I have a bunch of guys around me, and that all work for me, and I just hit the ground, face down, go to the ground. They pick me, like, they run over to me, they're like, you okay? And I'm like, I don't know. Well, they're like, get over in the shade. I go to walk in the shade, my legs just, like, don't work.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're just like noodles at this point. So they pull me over into the shade, and they lean me up against the wall, and, like, they're grabbing, like, wet rags and throwing them on my body and stuff like that. They're, like, on the back of my neck, and they're like, yo, just chill. Then I start uncontrollably shaking. Like, I cannot, like, I cannot stop my whole body from just, like, convulsing. So they called my boss. And my boss, super worried, says,
Yeah.
well, how much of that job do we have left?
Oh, right. Super nervous.
Because we
So
have to
worried.
get that attic done today. They're like, did you skip the part where one of our guys might be dying?
Right.
Like, did you skip that part?
like,
Well, it's like the Great Wall, you know. You just insulate over that guy.
Yeah, just
yeah.
hey, just
He's
keep it
part of
pushing.
now.
He's like, okay, he's dying, I get it. But when am I going to get my money? That's what I'm worried about. That's when I realized that I had a job and not a career. I'm like,
Right.
thanks a
It's-
lot for caring about me as a
it's-
person.
It's always about the bottom line. They
Yeah.
don't give a shit about you.
Right.
You're the rank and file. It's
Yeah.
the bottom line they care
Yeah,
about.
they're, like, I was literally, when they said that's what he asked, like, I'm convulsing at this point, like, cannot stop my body from moving, and he said, well, how much do we have left to do? Because I got to get that paycheck.
Right. It's like,
Like-
well, we gotta clean up this dead body first, and
Well,
maybe
if
we'll
he's
get
dead, push him to the side, and I'll hire somebody tomorrow. Like, I don't get what the point is.
Right.
Like,
Like, you guys are still at the house, right? You guys
Yeah.
can finish this job.
so I ended
Right.
up going to the hospital,
Yeah.
and, you know, they put some ice packs on me and, like, cooled my temperature down and, like, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm okay now, but, like, realistically, I was like, wow, now I know how much my employers care about me.
Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like I don't know. Most employers, it's all about
It's about the bottom line.
right. It's money talks. Money is the only important thing.
I hope if I ever run a business, I never get to be that person. Because I'm sure they weren't those people originally.
Yeah.
Right. They thought,
You
oh,
know.
this is
I'm a
my
helpful kind
company.
of guy. Yeah, I'm gonna take care of my employees, and then
Right.
they're just like, I want more money.
Oh shit, I'm making money now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they get to the point where they're like, well, you've been working here long enough and you've made enough raises that we're probably going to have to lay you off and
Yeah.
hire somebody at the base rate now.
Yeah, you make entirely too much now, so
See.
we're gonna let it happen.
I don't even
We're
make
gonna
that
let it
much, and I worry about that myself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, you guys work for like some like mega
Fucking
corporation.
Corporation.
POS.
Yeah,
POS.
Like,
we're not naming names of the people that we work for, but
I
if
don't
you
give a
happen to
shit.
know who we work for,
you know that they're garbage.
they're
They're-
garbage.
They don't give a shit.
My boss is gonna watch this one day and tell me to take it down.
Like, oh.
No.
Yeah, no thanks, but
No, me and Jacob work in essential positions, and we don't feel very essential when it
Not
comes
at
to.
you are essential to them.
Right, we're essential to people living, but not essential to us living, I guess.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like another major corporation that I used to work for. They were like, we're a family-oriented store,
Oh yeah.
as long as it's not your family.
Yeah, fuck
Oh,
your
yeah.
family.
They're like, oh, you want to work in a friendly, team-oriented environment? If
I
you
mean-
know what that's from.
As
then
long
you
as you're
know the
willing to
shitty
work
store
for-
we work for.
You give enough of that. Like, I've heard that when I was shopping.
Like, where did that come from?
Right? People are like, but like literally, they're like, are these major corporations? They're like, are you willing to work overtime and
Oh,
not
yeah.
get paid for it?
No,
Right.
Because we can't let you get overtime.
Oh yeah.
that's
Shit.
that's what our company's doing right now.
Our company would
No overtime right now. It's
Yeah.
prohibited.
Our company would
yeah.
let us work 40 hours a week for like the maximum, like right before the maximum amount of weeks before you had to offer like full-time benefits.
Oh right.
And then they would cut you down to 22 hours and go, hey, you're not a full-time employee.
Same shit our company
The very
does.
next week, 40 hours. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what the fuck are you guys doing?
Right.
They're preventing paying for benefits.
Yeah, which is nuts.
Oh yeah.
Like, how shitty is it that you guys don't give a fuck about that kind of stuff?
Oh yeah.
Well, luckily, I had a manager that I still work for now who didn't give a fuck about that. And he's like, I'm gonna just. I put my schedule in. But you want to come in? Oh, how'd you get 40 hours?
Whoops.
Oh shit! They have to
Well,
pay you
shout out to
benefits
you
now.
if you ever watch this. Cool manager.
You the man.
He might. He's a good guy
Yeah.
most of the time.
That guy's a saint.
No,
He's a,
he's a dick, but he did right by me.
right.
That's a lot of people.
I mean, as long as you're good to the good people.
And
Yeah, I feel
he's the
like that's all that
type of guy that me even calling him a dick, he would laugh. It's-
Oh yeah.
we
Because he
can-
knows he's.
I mean,
He knows 100% he's a
oh
dick.
yeah.
He gives me shit all the time, and I barely know.
Yeah.
Dicks know when they're dicks.
He just
Right.
knows that I'm Jacob's brother, and that I have the same kind of
Mentality.
mentality and sense of humor.
And
Yeah.
facial features.
And facial
all that
features.
other stuff.
Right.
I mean, we have round noses and squinty eyes.
Hey.
Yeah.
Which is cool. But I just wanted everybody to know that we do have a Saturday and Sunday sign that we did not light up before all of this. Yeah.
It totally isn't.
Well, it doesn't clash with the window that we didn't block off
You
in the
can still see it
background.
right there.
We attempted to block it off, but then I forgot.
Just wait until like episode 4 or 5 when this thing is all transformed. It's gonna be super.
It's gonna
dope.
look so dope in here.
Give us 4 to 5 weeks.
And if anybody wants to give us like $10, we'll gladly take that. We'll put something up for you.
Yeah, I mean, we'll give shout outs, $5 a pop. Just
Yeah.
Hey.
leave it in the comments below.
Mad shout outs because there's so many people that are looking
Right.
at us right now.
I mean, write your name in the comments below, and maybe Anthony will put your name on a shirt, and he'll wear it
For sure.
one of the next podcast.
I love random people's names on shirts, so definitely comment your name below, and I will totally put it on a shirt and wear it for another podcast episode
Right.
for sure.
And if you're real cool, and you watch all these videos and you like the shirt that I'm wearing, you might be able to get one of those eventually. Not as cool as this one because it glows in the dark and I'm special.
Yeah. Only the special elite can get that one.
I didn't even get that one.
And I won't tell you what you have to do to
You're
be part
only
of
the
that.
sound guy. You don't get it. Well, just joking. You have your name already on a shirt.
You can't ever call the sound guy unimportant because he has the ability to mute microphones.
I guess that's true. Oh no.
Well, he's out.
And I'm back.
Welcome back. I feel like
The thing is,
the sound guy's the most important guy.
Yeah, he's
'cause
the-
this is
even
guy.
even if I just completely cut you out there and brought you back, your volume's gonna be the same no matter what.
Well, that's
Super the same.
It doesn't really affect the track like that.
yeah.
well,
Well,
the track's unaffected.
the more you know.
Well, I can still go into that track and completely cut you
Cut
out.
me
Yeah.
Like, no, you're not allowed.
I should have been.
You said I'm not important.
If we would have had the camera set up for the time that we were setting all the sound up, I think these people would have thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Like, that was a good time. We had a good time setting the sounds of this up,
Right.
which was cool. I mean,
Yeah.
how many hours did we record that day?
That was probably 2.5.
Yeah,
Maybe. Probably close to 3
we were
hours
pushing
altogether.
3 hours of just like talking through the microphone.
Between here and
And that's all still recorded, right?
yeah, it's okay.
So eventually you guys might hear some more of that stuff.
Future promos for this podcast that you're listening to right now.
or later.
Or
Yeah.
later.
Maybe you're not listening to it now.
I mean, we're still recording it now.
I would say you were never listening to it, but if you hear this, then you're definitely listening to it.
You might have listened to it once or twice.
I mean, we might get 1 or 2 people that listen to it up to this point and be like, I am listening to it.
For
Good call.
for those people who are audio only people and not listening to the or watching the video,
Yeah.
where are we going? Our sound guy's working on that stuff.
I did set up a SoundCloud.
We set up a SoundCloud.
We're going to be...
I gotta find other sources.
We're gonna find other sources, but we set up a SoundCloud, so we're probably gonna go on there, right?
I can at least upload
Yeah, so we'll upload
an
on
episode
there.
or two.
Yeah.
Because if you don't want to see our faces, like, we completely understand.
I mean, we're handsome boys.
We're good-looking men in all various stages of facial hair growth.
Also, all different lifestyles.
Yeah, some of them the exact same life.
Yeah. I mean,
More
I
or
guess.
less.
That's why they're both sitting on that side of the camera.
We are the non-children, actual Pluck boys.
I'm doing the best I can to get into the family.
I mean,
Got the tattoo, I got the shirt, there's a couple more steps, but I'm getting there.
I was gonna say that you were the only person that actually had the word Pluck tattooed on you, but I think Jacob has Pluck
Yeah, he
tattooed
does.
on his unicorn. I don't have the word Pluck.
I have
tattooed
Pluck
on me.
and a unicorn, like it was fate.
I mean, we all got the unicorns.
Anthony is basically me. That's why he has his shirt
Yeah.
that says Jake Pluck.
Jake Pluck.
Same
can-
person.
We're gonna interchange randomly. You guys won't even notice. Speaking of that,
He'll try to figure out how to run sound.
speaking
then
of
wait for it.
interchanging, this is a cool thing. Is like my sound guy right now is in charge of the beer, and he's gonna interchange this empty one for a full one.
What do you want?
I don't care. Anything. We got a whole mix of crazy.
Whole mix of crazy.
Look, I'll even open it for you.
Yeah, it's like a Lil Wayne song. We start with opening a fresh IPA.
Oh yeah, like I'm drinking a beer now, but I'm probably gonna switch to a coffee.
Did you throw that last beer can into that can right there? Or did it hit the wall? Like, were you going for that can? Just
I was going for the can.
I'm just
but
making
I
sure it's an
missed.
actual throwaway trash can. I'm not like throwing it in there. You're like, that's not my trash can.
No, that's a recycle.
Bam, nailed it.
I thought you were saying that like
I
you
missed,
threw it and it
but-
fell on the floor.
It did. It totally did. It's
Oh.
over here on the floor.
Good aim.
I didn't mean to call you out on that.
I mean,
Come on.
it's.
You should have
I-
yelled out Kobe.
You should have
It's-
yelled at Kobe.
R.I.P. to a real one.
Respect.
Since that happened, like, fucking 2020 has sucked.
It's been
Like-
a bullshit year.
I don't.
Oh,
thi-
yeah.
I don't think 2020 is gonna like. There's no. There can't be any chance for 2020 to get any fucking better.
No.
Oh, right. Like, leading up to 2020, you're like, yeah, 2020. It's like
It's a new
this
decade.
seems
This is
so
gonna be
good.
our year.
Right. It's like, I
Nope.
still haven't filled out my census yet because I'm a horrible citizen.
You shouldn't
didn't
say
do
that.
your
That's also
census?
illegal.
That's illegal.
he totally filled it out and sent it in. Don't even check into that.
You gotta
got
do
it.
that.
I mean, it's getting done.
Wait,
It'll be done
Did I
before
do
this
mine?
comes out.
my wife had to have done mine.
Like, did
think.
I do it?
I mean,
Fuck.
Son of a bitch.
Well,
I mean, I still see advertisements for, hey, you better get this done. So I think I'm still. in the
luckily
clear.
this isn't live, and like the FBI is not like kicking our doors in.
Right.
well, everything's been extended. Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
taxes aren't.
I couldn't
due
count
till, like,
myself.
July.
Coronavirus.
Yeah, I still got to do my taxes too.
So does Sarah. I did mine. I already got my
Jen tells
return.
me all the
Who
time, like,
does
hey,
their
you need to.
taxes this late?
I always wait till the last minute so that I have money later.
That makes sense.
Like if I did my taxes in January, the money would already be gone, and I
Yeah.
wouldn't be like, damn, still got money coming.
I don't have any money left, so that makes sense.
I mean, me either.
I never thought of it like that. Like,
Me
hey, I should
neither.
just push it out and have money later.
Right. It's like summer's always the worst for me when it comes to money because, you know, the place I work for sucks,
Yes, it does.
especially in the summertime where
Woo.
you want to have money, but you're like,
Yeah.
nah, we're not going to give you time.
Yeah. And I work at a job where, like, it's hot as fuck.
Oh,
Yeah.
So,
fuck
like, I'm
that.
not making any money, and I'm in your fucking shithole attic.
So that sucks.
I mean, I'm in a shithole.
I mean, you don't know what I'm
so-
doing for a living.
I'm
Me
getting in
either.
people's
I didn't say
basements and
shithole
attics.
kitchens.
I'm robbing people.
But I'm Robin Hood.
Oh, so you're just robbing from the
I'm robbing the
rich.
rich and giving it to the poor,
Oh, man.
which
I'm,
is me. I'm poor.
I'm poor.
I'm
Where's
robbing
mine?
people, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is I'm just taking your shit, and I need it because I don't have any.
Surprise. Which is a common thing, being covered in tattoos. People think I'm going to rob them.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a very sweet young lady.
Speaking of tattoos, Sarah keeps telling me I need more tattoos, and
For
I
sure.
agree.
You do. You need
I think everybody does. Like,
and
you shouldn't stop getting tattoos.
I know. I just think
I
about
love having tattoos.
all the little tattoos that I want. Because it's like, I don't think of big stuff. Like, I have a full arm that has no tattoos on it whatsoever. But, like, all of my other limbs have tattoos all over.
Right now, I will say this is our very first episode. And, you know, we have 8 subscribers at the point that we're recording this right now.
Yeah.
If we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll totally tattoo my face. I'll get a tattoo on my face. For sure. Like,
I'm not willing to do that. I don't want to.
well, you guys don't have to. I'm not
I don't
not
want a
making you
face
do that,
tattoo.
but I do. I genuinely want
Like,
one.
but what kind of face tattoo were you thinking about getting?
I don't know, but I definitely want one. And
Is
like,
it
I'll
the
get like
choice of the
I'll-
1,000
I'll get-
subscriber.
I'll
it
get
gonna
our
be-
1,000 subscribers initials tattooed on my face.
Like, whoever is the
Whoever is
1,000.
the 1,000 subscriber, I will get
Like-
their initials tattooed on
So
my
if
face.
you're staring
Oh,
at
shit, it's not
999
me.
subscribers and you subscribe, you got to get a hold of us.
Yeah.
Saturday on Sunday podcast at gmail.com.
and let us know. Screenshot for authenticity.
Right. What's your initials?
Yeah, and I'll totally do that.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I'm calling that right now. Day 1, first one. If we get 1,000, the 1,000 subscriber, I will get their initials tattooed on my face.
And I'll do it.
And he'll do it.
Oh shit.
Dedication.
Now, at
If we
any
get
point,
1,000 subscribers, I'll get your initials tattooed
On your scrotum.
somewhere on me.
Scrotum.
On my fleshy fun bridge.
Oh.
Ooh, I've never heard it called that, so now I'm kind of thrown off a little bit.
That's my taint area.
The taint.
I mean, I visually put it together when you said it. I just didn't but it's all right.
You know, I feel like that's my favorite description of that area.
Yeah, because there's not a good one. It doesn't. Nothing
Like,
sounds good for
I feel
that.
like taint. Everybody knows taint, but Fleshy Fun Bridge sounds exciting. Like
Yeah, it sounds like a place you want to visit,
It's an adventure.
but you don't. You definitely don't want to visit.
No.
When
I
you
mean,
get there, it's terrible.
it's all like soggy and
Swamp
swampy.
land. Yeah, definitely not the place you want
need
to go.
some talcum powder.
Oh yeah, I got some of that. You know, ball powder.
Yeah, but if you get talcum
Ball
powder,
powder.
there's all kinds of like class action lawsuits against talcum powder.
Well, shit, I didn't even know.
I didn't
Yeah,
know about
check
that.
into it.
I only
Terrible.
use
I probably
Johnson.
won't.
Johnson
No,
and
you
Johnson baby powder on my balls because it's like a little baby's head.
Little baby balls.
Wait,
I got little baby balls.
like now, I'm starting to be more and more concerned about the love bridge or whatever. Like, fun bridge. I don't know, what is it?
The fleshy,
Fleshy
fun
There
bridge.
it is. Like I'm concerned now. There's babies involved. I don't know.
Babies don't get to go to the Fleshy Fun Bridge.
Not till they're older.
They get to play with their own Fleshy Fun Bridge.
5 Shore. I say that a lot. People are weirded out by it. 5 Shore is my thing.
Yeah.
I was genuinely confused when I got that in a Facebook message.
Yeah, like
I'm like,
I'm 5 Shore. Like I'm more than 4 Shore about it. I'm 5 Shore.
oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whenever I hear shore, I think Pauly Shore. Not really like the seashore.
Or like I'll hit people up and I'll say Chudune.
What?
Like CHUDUNE. And that just means, what are you doing? Chudune.
Who decided that?
I don't know. I just like
He did.
Chudune.
I've never heard that before.
Well, now you do. So if I ever say Chudune, I'm just asking, what are you doing?
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, work.
If
Yeah,
I
me too.
say, yeah, I had a black cat once, my mom named it Midnight, that means the story that you're telling is pointless, and I really don't care to listen to it anymore.
Like, legitly, or are you telling my story right now? It's pointless. Like,
I'm just saying that as a thing, not necessarily that your story's boring.
but it is.
But
But stop talking about that. Come
so
on.
what did you say? Chudune?
Chudune.
Chudune.
Yeah, it's a
Oh.
thing. It's
Well,
a thing.
I mean,
It is now. I said it's a thing, so it is a thing.
quit trying
It's
to
gonna
make
be a thing.
Chudune work.
Those are the things when people like. You ever heard somebody try to give themselves a nickname?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they call me Razorhawk. Like it's always something like crazy. Like
Oh yeah.
Like some
nobody
G.I.
calls you
Joe
that.
name.
yeah, like
It's like my friends call me this. Like, you
Step
don't have
Brothers
any
when he's like you have to call me Dragon. Like
fun.
nobody gave you that nickname.
Right.
No.
Making up your own nickname is stupid. Don't
I
do it.
mean, you know, I don't have a nickname.
I didn't have a nickname until about, I don't know, 2000, I want to say 11,
But
2010.
the Twan.
And then that's where Twan came to life.
But like in this room, we don't really refer to you as Twan because
No.
we knew you.
Yeah,
pre-Twan.
they know me pre-Twan, so.
Fucking Anthony.
Anthony.
I mean,
See, well,
I shouldn't have said that
Steve-
because now the viewers who don't know my name know my name now.
I'm sure I'm gonna
Steven-
call you Anthony.
Steven
Yeah.
calls me Scuzz.
I call
But-
Jacob Scuzz.
Nobody else really calls me Scuzz.
Yeah.
I mean, Zai and Sterling will refer to me as that every once in a while, but that's
Sterling.
mostly like,
Spider Monkey.
there you go, Spider Monkey. Not many people know
Yeah.
him as Sterling.
Because
Right.
I've
Never
known him
called
as
him
Sterling. I mean,
Spider.
You went
we've
to
known
school
each
with
other
him.
since Pokemon hats and
Right.
Right.
and WWF. Like
That's the thing. Like, the longer you know each
Yeah.
other. It's
That's
more
how
like,
you can base how long somebody's known somebody, by what they call them.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Like-
You know?
I call you Anthony. I call Sterling Sterling.
Yeah.
Not Spider Monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I feel awkward calling you Twan. I know that's what, like, most people call you
Like, my
Twan.
wife calls me Twan.
Right.
Like,
I don't know. I don't call you Twan.
when she calls me, when she calls me by any name, I'm just genuinely weirded out by it. But, like,
Yeah.
when she calls me by Anthony, I'm like, who the
Uh,
fuck are you talking to?
It's like,
Wait,
wait, what did I do?
Who the fuck is that? And I'm like, oh, shit, that's me.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Like, I don't know. Like, different people come up to me and be like, "Oh, Steve-O," and I'm like, "No, dude, I'm definitely not a Steve."
Yeah, I'm not. But the problem is when I refer to you,
Yeah.
I always refer to you first, last name. Like,
Right.
I can't say, yo, I was at Steven's house. I have to say, I was at Steven Pluck's house.
Yeah.
You're the only Steven I associate with.
I feel like, certain people definitely have that. I have that effect on people, or people address me as my full name.
Yeah, like
Not that I have that effect, like, oh, I'm somebody important, but like a lot of people are like, oh, Steven Pluck.
oh, you're Steven Pluck, and
Right.
that's just how it is. Like,
Right.
Well, there's not many Plucks around here.
Right.
what do you mean? Well, I
What?
guess for other people there isn't, but like I've associated with a ton of Plucks throughout this whole ordeal.
You know at least 4.
Yeah.
I think I met Mike Pluck way before I even met either of you two.
Yeah, it makes
Possibly.
sense. I mean, he was like, "Oh, I know that kid just from around the park and shit."
Yeah, like, one of the Plucks, I don't know who it was he used to live across the street, or not live, but he hung out there a lot, across the street from the house that I lived in. And a couple of my friends were talking shit to their friends, like, we didn't know them. They were like, hey, you guys suck, fuck you.
Sounds about right.
And one of the Plucks, like, literally second story window, stepped out, dropped to the ground like fucking something out of the fucking Avengers,
Oh,
and like started walking
Superhero
towards us.
landing.
Like, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, that's not real life.
Oh,
How is your knee still intact? Like,
It's not.
yeah, like he walked it off like a champion though. But I think that was my first encounter with a Pluck.
Yeah.
I was like, who is that? And they were like, that's so and so Pluck.
Oh, right.
I'm like, oh. And then I got to school and they were like, oh, that's Jake Pluck. And I was like, oh my God, he's an Avenger.
He's one of
That's
those.
not true.
He's one of those.
This one doesn't have
Plucks.
superpowers, but a loser.
Right.
He can run sound mediocrely.
That's a sweet superpower.
Oh yeah.
I
I
can
don't
run
know.
sound and I can hand out beers.
Those are 2 quality skills to have when it comes to
Running sound.
running sound and handing out beers. I mean, you're running sound from behind a bar. It's only appropriate that you'd be the one handing out beers.
Well,
We should do this live from an actual bar. Like, bring all this equipment and do this from an actual bar.
Then we go through the
reporting
whole
live from Annabelle's.
Annabelle.
Oh,
So, like,
yeah.
that's what, that's our live music event. A fucking podcast.
Like, we're here to
Hold the
rock you
mic
with
up.
words.
Have you ever been to, like, obviously you guys have been to Annabelle's.
I've
Um,
played
for
at
any of
Annabelle's.
the viewers,
I've pissed on the bar at Annabelle's.
for any of the viewers who haven't been to Annabelle's, literally, if we showed up with a whole podcast set up and that's what we did, there'd be like 15 people that would be like, "Woo!
Oh,
yeah, yeah!" Because
Yeah,
like
they
they're
wouldn't
so
give a shit.
supportive. Like
Oh, right.
they're the most supportive. You can literally not know how to play a lick of guitar, and those people will be like, "You fucking rock, dude!
It's like,
Keep
you guys
on playing."
definitely
They're
killed
so
it.
supportive.
As long as the tall boy PBRs are $2,
Yeah.
you're getting the most support.
Yeah, if they're
you've
out of
ever
PBRs, then
got.
it's like, get the fuck out of here. You fucking suck. Get off stage, bro. But, like, they're literally the most supportive people I've ever been around.
Oh, yeah.
Like, a guy literally sat there for, like, 45 minutes trying to fix his fucking guitar, and everybody was clapping, like, the whole time. They're like, you got it, bro. And I'm like, at a normal show, they'd be like, get the fuck out of here. Let a
Who
real
are
musician
you?
play. Fuck.
Right.
Tired of waiting. Annabelle's is literally like, they're like, yo, we support you, bro, and we love you. Play
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
you want. Take as long as you want to play it. Like, I love it down there.
It's
Oh,
like,
you're
we have
tuning? I like that song.
Like that tuning solo you had was fucking mint.
You got that E string on point, my guy.
That E was so E, I didn't even remember what an E was.
Like that was the most legit E that I've ever heard.
It's like Sesame Street shit. They brought it out.
Like, I don't know. I've had some random ass shit happen at Annabelle's, or have witnessed some random ass shit. Like, I remember one night there was a guy that was, like, if you've been to Annabelle's, you know, the outside staircase.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the
where you go
outside
to smoke.
staircase. Yep, the smoke spot.
So I saw a
Whatever you
guy
want.
stand out on that and piss into the smoking area as there was an older guy out there smoking a cigarette, and was just like, dude, you're fucking pissing on me. He's like, nothing got on you, bro.
I pissed on the bar right here at Annabelle's.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that night was fucking ridiculous. That dude started tearing shit up.
I will say
Yeah.
this right now. We're all sitting in this room and we're all podcasting together and we're all doing that. We've all known each other for quite some time. And I've never been to the bar with either of you guys.
Oh, yeah.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, that needs to change. Let's do that.
I mean, I don't really go to the bar.
Yeah, but you have to at least once. Like, we can't, we
We
can
can-
continue this and
I
not
mean-
know what each other are like at a bar.
We
I
can go
mean-
to any bar.
I mean, I'm down for any bar, not like a club.
I don't like clubs. I'm not a club dude. I'm not
No,
going.
I'm not a club guy. No. I
I'm not that guy.
like. I'm talking like any bar. We could go to the fucking Waking Lizard.
Yeah,
That's a
you know what I'm
bar.
upset about? Club Ecstasy is gone.
I don't even.
I don't know what that is.
The Vortex.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
it's the Vortex now. Yeah.
The Vortex. It used to
Yeah.
be like the raunchiest strip club ever. They got closed down because of multiple prostitution stings. That was a nice, wholesome spot for the family.
Like, I'm sad I missed
Literally-
out on
but
all
the-
the prostitutes.
Literally, the porn store is still right next door. They never closed that. They just closed down the strip club and turned it into a music event.
Well,
I mean, the porn store didn't do anything wrong, did it? Or was it
I don't know.
attached to the...
It's still attached. They're still connected to each other.
Oh, so people can still go from one place to the other place?
Yeah, well, I don't know how it works. Like, I've only been in the strip club because I was a minor, and they wouldn't let me. They would let me see an actual girl naked, but they wouldn't let me go into the.
you better not see this digitally.
Yeah, like you can't have this DVD of porno.
Oh.
And then I'm like, but that girl's vagina's out right there, and they're like, yeah,
Right.
it's super chill.
Right.
What, you 18? Yeah, you can see that.
Yeah, you had to be like 21 or something to get in there. Maybe I'm wrong. I might be
Yeah.
tripping, but I'm pretty sure they like denied us going in when we were 18.
Yeah.
I'm like, but I just saw a real girl's vagina over there. Like,
Right.
What? Yeah, but
I
that's
just want to watch
different.
going into one.
yeah.
Have you ever felt one?
Like, I don't know. I've only been to a strip club like 3 times in my 34 years.
I've never been to a strip
I've been to
club.
more strip clubs than I can't even count on 4 hands.
Like, I don't
I'm-
know. I get people asking me to go, and I'm like, no.
I'm
no
honestly,
thanks.
I'm not interested in a strip club.
Well, I believe my first time at a strip club, I was like, I want to say 8 years old.
Oh,
Yeah. I went to a.
slapping some ass.
Well,
8-year-old just.
well, we were actually looking for my dad at the time.
Oh.
And I was out walking the streets with my mom looking for my dad, and we walked into a strip club, and it was my first experience at a strip club.
Like, hey, that's not my dad, but I think I'm gonna stick around.
Well, I remember, like,
I see you clapping that ass.
I was always told, like, the first thing I said, I was like, Mom, that girl has spider webs all over her body. Because she was wearing fishnet stockings.
Oh, yeah.
She's got spider webs all over her. Well, then, the funniest story I was ever told about a strip club was there was a stripper dancing on my dad while we were looking for him.
Oh.
And when I noticed that stripper was dancing on my dad, I thought she was physically attacking my dad. I'm a young kid at this point. I don't know what's happening.
Right.
I'm like, yo, that lady's attacking my dad. I got to do some shit to handle this. So that's back when you could smoke inside, like, establishments. So I
Right,
picked up an ashtray and I launched that shit at her. Get off my dad.
You-
That's my dad. You spider-infested bitch. Like,
Spider-Man villains got nothing on
yeah,
this ashtray.
turns out, like, my dad paid for that.
Right.
And still
He
had
was
to pay
trying to-
afterwards. So,
It's like now you gotta
gotta
pay.
you gotta give a better tip. Come on.
Right.
your son threw an ashtray at me. If I get only $5, I'm going to be really pissed.
Oh
My
yeah.
dad's like, joke's on you, bitch. I don't even have $5.
It's like, haha, you should have took the money in advance.
Wah, wah, wah.
I could never be a stripper. Like, you one of those male stripper things.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, I don't have the fucking physique for a fucking male stripper, but, like,
Why not?
I mean, everybody has a type.
like, I'd have one move, and that's,
The
like,
dad bod is in.
Right. Who's
That's your
wanting
move?
these?
just, like, flapping it back and forth. And that's it. Like, that's all I got.
like, you like it when my titties whack each other?
I know I'm not supposed to have titties, but you like them smacking against each other.
I mean, everybody likes a thick boy.
Yeah, that's the thing
Boy.
now. Dad bods are in.
Right. It's
Like,
I don't even got no kids, and I'm
Mm.
rocking it.
I don't know. I don't know when, like, where the definition of dad bod is, though. Like,
Right.
is there a cutoff point? Like,
I
do you
don't
get past that? Like,
Like,
or what is it?
I feel like there's definitely a line between dad bod and like morbidly obese.
Like, they separate at some point.
Like, nah, dude.
You're virgin on morbidly obese, but you're a dad bod right
Have
now.
you ever, like, at the doctors, have you ever seen those charts?
Yeah.
They're like, if you're 5'9" and weigh 142, you're fucking fat. Like,
Oh yeah, and you're like, oh, sorry, passed that a long time ago.
like
Right.
I passed that in 5th grade. Thanks a lot. Like, those charts are so, like, unrealistic.
Oh right.
No, it's.
I'm like, what the fuck?
I think I recently mentioned to somebody that I've been to the doctor. I'm like, oh, for my height, I'm supposed to weigh 175. I'm at 200. And they're like, you're not 200
Yeah.
pounds.
Oh
I'm like,
right.
I am though.
And when you're at that, you're like, people are like, you don't look it. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I weigh. Like, I weigh like 215 right now.
Yeah.
People are like, you don't look 215. And I'm like, yeah, when I looked at the chart, it was like, yo, you're fat as fuck, bro.
Oh
right.
right.
That's
I'm like, what the fuck? I don't feel fat as fuck. But they're like, no, you're fucking huge.
Sometimes I
like,
feel fat as fuck.
I'm technically obese right now, but I feel the best I've ever had.
I'm actually
Oh, yeah.
trying to start, like, I want to. I'm obviously not right now, enjoying beer.
Woo!
But I'm trying to start the keto diet.
Oh god.
Well,
You
I did
saying
that-
Beer isn't keto.
I'm saying beer has carbs in it. But the last time I did it, I was on keto for like 2 weeks. I dropped like 3 pant sizes. My wife
Oh,
was like,
really?
you have to chill.
keto I've heard is really bad for you.
It's really bad for you long term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Keto's meant to give you a kickstart to weight loss, and then you're supposed to do the legit stuff to get there. But what people do is they get on keto and they're like, I'm just going to do this forever.
I'm
well,
just keto.
no.
You're supposed to, like, drop a little bit of weight, get yourself started, put yourself in that position, and then start doing all the healthy stuff long term.
Yeah.
But, like, you're not supposed to, like, get on it and, like, I'm never going to eat a single carb the rest of my life. Could you imagine going your whole life without ever eating a pizza? For those of you who do it, I feel bad for you. Like, that'd be terrible.
Like, I don't know.
But, like, I just want to do it to, like, drop
Right. Like
a little bit.
I dropped most of my weight because if you knew me in high school, I maxed out about 265.
Hey, we were both big guys. They didn't call me Anthony Milanakis for nothing.
Right.
We were
I mean,
both big
shit.
people.
When I was in high school, I got about 250.
It's just like I got on the not living at mom's house diet and dropped a whole bunch of weight. I stopped
Yeah.
eating
You-
whole
you
media
don't-
pizzas to myself.
You don't realize that, like,
Mom, why you make so many cookies?
oh, they actually they do put a lot, like, they're, parents always throw that in. I buy all this stuff, and you're like, whatever, bitch, I'll go on my own. And then, like, you get on your own, and you're like, shit, I gotta buy food,
Right.
and I gotta pay utilities. I can't do both of those. Like,
Right.
I mean, I eat as much cookies as I did before, but they're like the really super cheap cookies.
yeah,
so
like the
it's
Dollar Tree.
I'm just
brand.
eating like cardboard and air. with a little bit of sugar.
Chocolate cardboard.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
it was delicious. I mean, I still
it's
eat
not
that
until
shit.
you're out on your own that you realize that your parents like really like had their shit like, oh, fuck, none of that stuff was free.
Right, now I gotta buy my own Nutty Buddies.
Yeah, like you're like all the time when like you remember you throw a fit because your parents wouldn't buy you a fucking box of fruit roll-ups.
Oh.
Now you go by the store and you're like, yeah, dude, if I get fruit roll-ups, I can't get fucking meat. Fuck it. I can live off of fruit roll-ups, right?
Right, those are fruits, right?
I was never a fan of the fruit roll-up.
I'm more of a Gushers guy.
I'm a huge fruit candy guy. Like
I don't like gummies.
I'm not a chocolate guy. Like I fucking
I'm a
hate
chocolate
chocolate.
guy.
Yeah.
Hate chocolate.
Chocolate and peanut butter. That's
That's
it.
my like
That's
downfall.
not, like if you could put those two together in like a candy, like in one candy, maybe call it like a Reese cup or something.
It'd be delicious.
Is it Reese cup or is it Reese's cup? Reese's cup. Like
It's Reese's cup.
whose cup is it?
It's Reese's.
It's Reese's cup, but it's Reese's cup.
It's Reese's cup.
Yeah, like I don't know. We'd have to ask E.T. He liked all that shit.
Right. He knew about the Reese's Pieces.
I don't know. I don't know why everybody called like. Obviously, it's an old conversation, but like still to this day, like every once in a while, I'll catch myself saying Reese's,
Like,
Reese's Pieces.
right.
Like, that doesn't even make sense.
Reese's Pieces.
When somebody said that, like my mind was blown. I was like, "What the
What?
fuck?"
Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, like
Reese's
it's Reese's, and then they're his pieces. I was like,
Right.
"Yeah, I knew that."
Right. That's
I was
like,
testing you. Fuck off.
like I don't care what kind of ramen noodles you have, they're always oodles and noodles.
Oodles and noodles.
They are oodles and
Speaking
noodles.
of, the best ones are beef noodles, and if you gotta fill that shit with fucking crushed red pepper.
Sounds
Crushed
good.
red pepper.
Yeah,
That's
and then
shit.
like you throw some like eggs in that Jody and some like actual beef strips, and you're like, "This is faux for the po."
Oh yeah.
I have never done that.
You never put eggs in your ramen?
You ever put
No.
eggs in your ramen? What's wrong with you?
What a waste.
I don't buy ramen.
Right now, I have like 800 packs of ramen in my house.
I got at least 10 packs
See.
of ramen right now.
I don't have any of that shit.
And I got like a lot. I got like beef and like tortilla and like creamy
Wait,
chicken. And, like-
Tortilla?
yeah, you haven't had the chicken tortilla ones?
No.
Boy, you're
No.
missing out on some fancy ass shit.
I mean, I need
It
to
it
get
goes
my-
way past chicken and beef.
I mean, that's all I get is all we get is
Was
chicken.
there shrimp?
Bro, they
I
got
don't want
shrimp.
those
They
shrimp.
literally got like cheesy quesadilla. Like they got all kinds of shit.
See,
It's-
Hit a Walmart up, your mind will be
like
blown.
last night, we did a stir fry, and we bought our own soba noodles, and we made that shit. We
Man,
don't do the.
You're telling me your noodles weren't drunk at all?
I mean,
you got those sober noodles? That's some whack ass shit.
we might have
We were
intoxicated it. I don't remember. I was drunk.
Jake, you guys always make like some fancy
Yeah,
AF
like I
shit.
see the pictures that you guys make
Like,
and like
oh, I
like the
made this.
plate and the cut and the slices. I'm like, yo, just slap that shit on a plate and eat it.
Like we gotta fucking
We eat the shit out of it, but you know, sometimes you gotta represent.
Yeah, I mean I worked as a cook for a while, so sometimes I like try to pull off some culinary shit.
like
Most
I
of
don't
the time,
know.
it's the shit she cooks.
yeah. I just made
Like sometimes I cut
I
my
I
Well,
can
pork.
make
shit.
a burger and I can make a steak. That's about it.
I can cut my pork chops into like weird like slat cuts and like angle them over top of my
On
mashed
the
potatoes.
bias.
Yeah,
Can you make them look like a T-Rex? I like
I
my meat in
I could
shapes
if you
of
wanted to.
dinosaurs.
I used to do that when I worked at the Ido.
Make
Shout out to
dinosaurs.
the Ido Bar and Grill. No, I used to like make like the cheese on the burger. I would do in like the famous stars and straps, like F and
Oh,
stuff,
yeah.
and like throw it on there. And I'm like, whoever opens this burger is gonna be like, what the fuck,
They're like, oh, I love Travis Barker.
Travis Barker?
You're such a good drummer.
Were you the person that David gave an apple fritter that had pickles in it too.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't you?
No, it wasn't
Who
me.
was that? That must have been Brandon.
Yeah, like
It was probably Brandon.
We called Brandon Sally at the Ido, and I
Yeah.
still call him Sally, and nobody's like.
yeah.
Speaking of
I
nicknames,
think that's a Pluck thing.
the Plucks call
all
Brandon
the Plucks call
Sally.
Brandon Sally.
I don't know where it came from. I think my mom originally called him Sally.
I
Probably because
just
he was
recently,
whining.
like,
'Cause
I
he's-
hung out with him. I seen him recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we got our CCWs together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Was he trying to sell you a car?
No, he wasn't. He should though. I'd really like to buy
I'd
a
buy
car.
it.
I've known Brandon for a long time. Like we go
Yeah.
way back. Like my older brother was friends with his younger brother,
Oh, okay.
and by some mystical force, that brought me and Brandon to be
Who-
friends.
Who, Eric?
Yeah,
Oh,
my
okay.
brother was really good friends with Eric.
Yeah.
See,
So I used to go
I-
over
I
there
knew his
because
sister
I was the
more.
younger brother, and I was like, "Yo, I'm like the younger brother, and I'm fucking lit, bro." Like it wasn't that back then. I don't know what it was in early
Right.
2000s,
Ha, AF.
but like that got me and Brandon like hanging out.
Yeah.
And like, how did the younger brother start hanging out with the friend's brother's older brother? Like,
Oh, right.
I was like, "What's up, dude?" And he was like, "Yeah, I like Nirvana and shit." And I'm like, "Me too. Kurt Cobain was the shit. He didn't kill himself. Conspiracies." And like, we
Yeah.
became friends.
I feel like every conversation that we have leads to Nirvana. Cool. Kurt didn't kill himself.
Yeah, like that's the basis of life.
Like,
That's
hey,
all
everybody,
he's trying to
if
prove.
you need to know anything about me, is that Nirvana's awesome. Kurt didn't
Kurt didn't kill himself.
That's
Have you
the
ever
whole
like?
point
have
of
you-
Anthony
when's-
on a podcast? Is
When's the last time you talked to Brandon?
Long after.
Long ass time. Whenever you have a free time, just like one day, just like message him and just ask him if he'd like a banana.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a long, ongoing thing of like bodegas
Okay.
and like going to like you've grown up in Firestone Park.
right.
You used to go into those like little like shops that
Oh,
had like
yeah.
almost nothing, you know, and
I
there's
still
like
go into the Firestone Mini Mart.
yeah, and like back when it was like remember when the like trading card center was up
Oh,
there and
right.
shit.
yeah.
And like
yeah.
they had these little stores that had like almost nothing in it.
Right.
They had like one banana on the shelf.
Okay.
Like, and that was the thing. Like they would just walk up and they'd be like, "Would you like a snack?" And you're like a little kid, and you're like, "Well, I don't know. There's nothing in there. Would you like a banana?" We have a banana.
right.
Like that was the thing. Like these things that like how did you open up a store? You have like 8 things in here, and
Oh,
none of them
yeah.
are edible. Like
Right.
this banana's been here for a month and a half. That was just our thing. So every time I hit him up, I'm like, "Hey man, would you like a banana?"
Yeah.
Like that's my thing.
I don't know. Like inside jokes and stuff like that with Brandon always, or the only one I can think of is "Get out of my face, you're fucking 6." That was just like I don't even remember exactly what the story behind it was, but it was like something about my cousin, like my cousin Gerald, and I gave him like a box of beads, and I'm like, okay, now get out of my face, you're fucking 6.
Yeah, that's just
That sounds about right.
Brandon, really good dude. I love the dude to death.
Oh, yeah.
He will hold on to every inside joke,
Right.
and it will live forever.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
if you ever like want to re-experience your childhood years and you've known Brandon, go Brandon, what's up? And he'll just bring it out. Like
Oh, right.
if I messaged him right now, he'd be like, "You want a banana?" I'd be like, "Oh shit, there it is. That's the guy."
I mean,
Thanks, man. I don't feel old anymore.
the bad thing about most of the people that I hung out when I used to hang out with Brandon all the time is the only things that I do remember are just small inside jokes, and then I
Yeah.
say it when we get together, and they're like,
Fuck
what
you
you
talking about?
I'll be
Yeah.
like, "Get out of my face, you're fucking 6." And I'm like, okay, cool.
Bye.
I'm gonna see you later.
Right. I'm gonna go take care of my kids and lift weights and
Yeah.
cooler than you.
Speaking of that, I know who you're talking about there. Fit as shit.
Right.
Way to take a leg up on everybody.
Oh, right. It's like the scrawniest fucking person I know. Now fucking, you know,
Ripped as shit, climbing walls with his bare hands.
it's like, man,
Good looking out, brother.
thanks for leaving the fat people behind. But
If you have a couple bucks, I'll
You
throw it.
keep it going.
Yeah.
Throw it your way.
Right. What'd you say? You leaving?
Sound guy has to pee.
The sound guy has to take a piss, which
we
is
gotta-
cool.
We gotta carry this. Just two of us.
Oh shit! I'm so nervous right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, like, other than almost dying the other day,
Yeah.
life's been pretty alright.
Yeah.
2020 has sucked, but life's been pretty alright.
Yeah.
I can't complain.
Like, I feel like COVID definitely set me on the right track financially. I can't even talk. Financially.
Phalanges?
It's fucking up my phalanges. I mean, it set me on the right track financially.
But is COVID-19 even still a thing anymore?
I mean, I guess cases are still rising now that places are starting to open up. So.
Like, I hear mixed things now.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, it's super dangerous. And then they're like, it's not as bad as we thought it was. Did you hear Ohio's, like, health person, like, resigned?
Oh,
She was like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Oh, right. Yeah, there was a friend of mine on Facebook just got her, like, nursing degree, and I feel like was really upset about it. I'm like, I don't even know who this person is or what the big deal about that position.
Yeah. They're just, like, real upset. They're like, people were giving her so much shit. And I'm like, because we don't know what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You're like, wear masks and stay away from people. You can be around people. Masks are not necessary.
Oh, right.
Wait,
I mean,
what?
I still wear masks when I go into places. I mean, whenever
I
it's
do,
like,
but, like, it's, like, weird stuff. Like, I wear, like, a welding mask and,
yeah.
shit like that.
like my fucking plague doctor mask.
Yeah, like, like, I wear, like, you know, my BDSM mask with a zipper. And
Oh, right. Like my
yeah.
gimp mask.
Yeah, like, is this not what you were talking about?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got to be safe.
I saw a guy today wearing a Deadpool mask, like,
Oh,
riding a motorcycle. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Like the full thing.
Yeah, like the full face, like, Deadpool mask. But, like, he was a fat dude, and I'm like, that's totally, like, a Deadpool thing. Like,
Right, like it's fat.
just a
pool.
big fat dude on a motorcycle wearing a Deadpool mask.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully, eventually, like, he watches this, and he's like, hey, that was me.
Right. I was that.
I was Fat Pool.
Like Giant Eagle's selling all kinds of like the reusable like stretchy masks and shit
Yeah.
now. And I'm like, I don't understand how that's as effective as, other masks and shit that you see people wearing.
I will tell you that, like, a good 99% of the masks that are being worn are not, like,
Oh, yeah.
legit masks that you should wear. Like, put a pair of glasses on and exhale one time and tell me your glasses don't fog up.
Oh, right.
Like,
Yeah.
that's dead air getting in. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Like, I wear it mostly to show face, and not be like the guy out here, raw dogging life. And not
I always
wearing a
forget
mask.
it. Like, I look like the asshole because I always forget that, like, because it's not like a
Oh, right.
thing. Like, I'm like, oh, fuck.
It's like,
Like,
keys,
I already have to
wallet,
do-
fuck my mask.
Yeah. Testicle, spectacles, wallet, and watch. Now I have to
Right.
add masks to that? Come on now.
Right.
Like, I can't do that.
I mean, I have bandanas everywhere,
Yeah.
but I always keep like at least one mask in my car. So when it's like I'm gonna go into this place, I'm gonna throw this on real quick just so people don't give me a shitty look.
Yeah, so they don't go, you're trying to kill us all.
Right. But then, there's other places that people are wearing masks and they'll be like, oh, you got to take that mask off if you want to shop here.
Yeah,
And
no,
then-
take that shit off.
Take the mask off.
Right. And then there's other people on the other side like, oh, if you want to shop here, you better get a mask on. But it's like mixed things right now. It's like, I mean, I guess it all depends on your situation, whether they're like pissed off that you're wearing a mask or pissed
You're
off
never
that
gonna
not.
you're never gonna make everybody happy.
Right.
You got those people who are like, these are infringing on my rights.
Oh, yeah. Like, I had an old guy come up to me yesterday when I was working, and he's like, man, how long do you guys have to wear those masks? And I'm like, until they tell us that we don't have to wear them anymore. He's like, man, that's got to really suck. And then he continuously gets closer and closer to me. I'm like, dude, back the fuck
He's
up.
like, I just want to press my lips against your mask.
Social distancing is still a thing. Get the fuck away from me.
Social distancing.
Right.
That's it. I've never heard that term until 2020. 2020 has had a lot of surprises.
Oh yeah.
Distance socially.
It's like, you know what?
The worst.
You know what doesn't surprise me about 2020? Nothing anymore.
What?
Nothing anymore. Literally, a dinosaur could just like come out and wreak havoc on the world, and I'd be like,
Like,
dope. It's a dinosaur.
like they came out saying
It's
that
just 2020.
that like, hey, there is unidentified flying objects, and we can't explain where it came from. But that news is like, you know,
Yeah.
cool. There's aliens. We're not worried about that, right?
We're not worried about those right now.
Right.
We're not. That's not a thing right now.
But it's funny, if Hillary would have been elected, she would have told us right away if there was aliens or not. That was part of her thing.
That was their thing. To be like, is there or is it?
Elect me, and you'll know definitely whether or not there's
Elections, like, realistically, elections is, like, coming up fucking suck.
aliens. Yeah.
Like, on one hand, you have Donald Trump, and on the other hand, you have Joe Biden.
Right.
The fuck are we supposed to do with those?
Nothing.
Really? That's it? That's what you gave us? We have to choose between Donald Trump and Joe Biden?
Right. Like, two guys that are in their 70s. Like, I get it. Experience comes from age, but Trump has no experience.
Ugh.
And, like, it seems at this point the only experience Joe Biden has is
Sniffing.
smelling and touching people.
Sniffing people's hairs and touching people inappropriately.
Sniffing little girls.
Like, and that's what sucks. Is they're like, all right, now you choose.
Right. Like, I don't know. Like, as there's a cutoff age, or there's a age requirement to be considered for presidency. I feel like there should be a cutoff age where, like, if you're in
They're
your
allowed?
70s, like, don't, like, I couldn't imagine electing somebody that's like my grandma's age or
How
around
old do you
that.
have to be to run?
35.
You have to be 35.
Yeah.
So I got one more year, and then
All
it's
right,
gonna
one
be
more year, and then we're,
Stephen Pluck's 2024.
yeah, we're on it.
Saturday on
And
Sunday.
then following him, I'll run the following year.
Right. Saturday on Sunday for president.
I'll run when I'm 35. I said the following year, like I was fucking a year younger than him.
You're not.
I'm not. I'll run later on after him.
Right. It's
It's-
like once I served my 8 years, we got Anthony on.
Then I'm
It's
coming
more, It's more believable that I'm following him than you are following him.
in. Yeah,
Because everybody thinks we're twins.
but you're not even 30 yet, right?
I am not. I
Not yet.
just turned 29.
Hurry
The
up
big
and
30.
grow up.
Why don't you grow
No.
up?
Get old.
It's super
I
fun.
don't wanna.
Like, I feel older and older every day. And it's like,
I bet I feel older than you feel older.
sure.
Whatever that means, you young son of a bitch.
Yeah. Talk to me when you're 30, okay?
To have a 2 in the beginning of your age.
You know
Right.
what?
Yeah, I miss my
Fuck
20s.
you.
I literally talk about this 8 days a week.
Yeah.
All right.
Beer
Mr.
reference.
Mr. referencing beer and the Beatles.
Yeah. It's been a hard day's night.
I love you.